This video will look at how the SICAP programme responded to emerging needs as they arose during the COVID-19 pandemic. Once initial restrictions came into effect in March, the SICAP programme, managed in the Bray and North Wicklow area by Bray Area Partnership and delivered in collaboration with our consortium partners, Bray Community Enterprise and Bray Family Resource and Development Project, had to move very quickly to adapt actions delivered under both goals of the programme. Rather than having a specific action to respond to needs emerging from COVID, we had to adapt all of our actions to respond to the very basic and immediate needs of people living in our community. One of the key advantages of our local community development work is our grassroots, the ability to work with other agencies and groups in a way that has really positive results for our individual clients and local community groups.
Food poverty became a very evident need, and so in order to deal with that or address that, we worked in conjunction with Food Cloud and through the Community Response Forum, and in conjunction with other local providers to develop a food distribution service to families and households in need of supplementing their food provision.
Food poverty has long been identified as an issue for the groups and individuals that we work with, but it really came to the fore during the initial months of the COVID pandemic. Getting food to vulnerable families and people was a very basic need that was identified, and we had to work not only across SICAP programme goals to deliver the action, but also across programmes delivered by BAP. We set up the BA project, delivering free food parcels and meals to families and people that were cocooning. We managed to get a local business, Softworks, to sponsor some food packs, and we teamed up with Food Cloud and Good Grub. The food is packed up in the partnership's Specs Family Centre, ready for delivery by the company vans. At a time when one-to-one interventions with our clients in SICAP was not advised, the deliveries provided a really valuable chance and opportunity for support staff to reconnect with clients on the doorstep and find out how they were doing.
At this time, due to COVID-19, we're having difficulties with our fundraising, which has been curtailed. We're very grateful for the iCloud initiative, which has been put in place by Bray Area Partnership, and we received great help with donations of food, for which we greatly appreciate.
We linked in with the local Food Cloud, the Bray Food Cloud programme, and we were able to support families that we knew were struggling, particularly because of the 2 weekly social welfare payment system. Families felt by the second week they didn't have enough money left to do a proper shop or anything, so it was a great way to support those families.
Our SICAP programme, like previous years, was designed to be delivered in person. Obviously, with the COVID-19 restrictions, that wasn't possible, so we needed to be able to adapt to a changed practice and deliver mostly online to target groups looking for support.
In addition to holding one-to-one meetings to provide in-depth business advice, guidance, support and a listening ear, our enterprise programme delivered a number of online workshops. These included managing your own business in a crisis in April, followed by an introduction to online advertising. Our Keeping in Touch with Your Customers programme took place in May, followed by Where Do I Go From Here?
Bray Community Enterprise identified the importance of continuing to provide information to our clients once the pandemic started. We firstly made contact with clients who were in receipt of the Back to Work Enterprise Allowance over the past 2 years. We also continue to provide information to support to those developing their business ideas. Notwithstanding the COVID-19 restrictions, clients continue to develop their ideas, bring them to fruition and launch their businesses.
In my case, for me, it's a good experience. I wanted to take the lessons before, but in that moment I had no idea. So when I saw the newspaper, I sent a message to Lorna to apply for the lessons, and it's really nice.
I think the students really felt like, because of the coronavirus and the crisis that we had, it was really great to be able to keep a network of contact and to have that kind of sense of being together and maintaining the relationships that we built up over the year. Especially when we're all in stressful situations, and particularly some of the students who would be at home with young children and not getting the opportunities to speak English.
One of the biggest challenges during the initial lockdown was that all of our training programs planned in our go-to actions took place in a group face-to-face setting. We had to work very quickly to transfer these programs to online settings, while also dealing with the fact that a lot of our target groups struggled accessing technology. We managed to deliver new online workshops and classes, including conversational English classes for migrants, wellbeing group sessions, trainings for work such as manual handling, and workshop for new business clients, such as managing your business in a crisis. We also received a grant from Wicklow County Council to purchase tablets for people who did not have access to technology.
Hello everybody, my name is Yvonne. I'm here doing these videos with the Bray Area Partnership under the Healthy Ireland Fund. This yoga class is suitable for anybody from 3rd to 6th class.
In the childcare service we delivered 70 packs each week. In our youth service we did approximately 85 every week. So in those packs, sometimes they were baking, sometimes they were planting. There was always activity about books and programs. We also undertook garden visits, so our workers would go and leave the packs at the garden gate. This was a great way to link in with families and for the children and young people to see the staff, and also for the parents to get support and identify other support needs.
As the restrictions continued, social isolation stood out as an issue that definitely needed to be addressed, particularly among vulnerable groups such as older people. So one of the things that we did through SICAP was to provide smart tablet devices to nursing homes in the Bray and North Wicklow areas to help residents stay in touch with their family and friends. This was a collaboration between SICAP and Wicklow County Council Age Friendly Alliance programme.
No, our patients will be delighted
Brilliant.
with them.
We
don't have to queue for FaceTime or Skype. Yeah.
As the Age Friendly Programme Manager, I'm just delighted to be able to be a small part of this. The credit really goes to Bray Area Partnership, Peter Brennan and his team. But a small part, so I'm delighted and honoured to be here today.
And they'll go to great use, the iPads, because we've been encouraging families to send emails and photographs. There's a room in there that has photographs from one end of it to the other, but it's lovely to be able to see them on the iPads and be able to contact the families. Thank you very much.
And they'll be great because they're a good size.
Yeah, and we feel very privileged that you're giving them to us. We really do. We're very, very grateful. Thank you very much.
One of the needs that really came out to the forefront at the beginning of the pandemic was the need that people had for information and to try and get information to people. So we tried to access valuable information in a number of areas, such as COVID-19 specific public health information, social welfare rights and entitlements for individuals and for businesses, alongside getting information around health and well-being programs to people. We did this under the umbrella of our local information provision strategy action under Goal 1, using all of our communication forums to disseminate information. In the initial stages, in terms of information, there was an overwhelming demand for information on the pandemic and unemployment payment, and we had to move very, very quickly to deal with that demand, getting forms to people, getting information and being available to provide support to people in accessing the PUP payment.
Our initial response was to ensure that people in the community had access to the PUP payment. So in the first few days we printed off hard copies of the application form, and I think over the first few days we had 75 people come and access forms for themselves and members of their family.
SICAP was flexible enough to allow for our work to be, I suppose, adapted and for us to change our practice in order to respond to local needs. That became evident through our work and interaction. SICAP allowed us also to lever in other funds that, again, were particularly important to meeting local needs. I suppose SICAP, if you take it, it was the right place, right time, right approach and right support to meet those local needs.